Good morning. I wanted to go over a few things as I know this is week one. There's a lot of information. It's overwhelming, and I'm seeing some discussion going on about how you will learn the coding conventions. And I want to just reiterate a few things that I've already commented on. Just know this textbook is unlike any other textbook that you will ever use. This isn't a textbook where you will learn the material, you're memorizing it, it'll sink in your head and you can just toss it aside. This is one that you, in order to come up with the accurate code, you're going to have to reference your book every time. So don't be overwhelmed and think, oh my gosh, this is a lot of information that I have to read through. And I don't even recommend that you read through the entire thing in one sitting. And as I say that, it'll make more sense as we go through the course. One thing that I want to go through is just specific things in your guidelines. This is an electronic version, so it's going to look a little bit differently, but it has the same content. So the first part is basically just an introduction, and then it's really going to get down to your coding conventions. I've seen some students say I'm going to use flashcards to help let the material sink in, and that would be great for this section, but just know where to find the conventions. The conventions are always at the front part of the book. I've seen a couple people say they're going to use tabs, and I think that would be great. To use tabs until you get familiar with where everything is. Just knowing, where would I find what an excludes one means, or where would I find what an excludes two means. So you can definitely read, but don't feel overwhelmed like you have to memorize everything, because you're going to have your book. You even have your book on your test. So just don't panic. The next set is just general coding guidelines. And again, you don't have to memorize everything. You just need to know where to find it. The next section is going to be chapter-specific coding guidelines. So when you are coding like something like a breast cancer or colon cancer, you will know, okay, I need to reference chapter 2. I need to go look at my neoplasms to see if any of the guidelines apply to the scenario that I'm coding. Again, just know where to find them. You don't have to memorize them. You will be able to use this book on your credentialing exam. So do not fret. So this is kind of about the guidelines, and as we go throughout the course and we start really getting into coding, we'll reference this quite often. I just want to reassure students, I know it's a lot, just calm down. We don't have to memorize everything right off the bat. The other thing I want to go through that I've been commenting on discussions is one thing I want students to get in the habit of as you are looking at codes. When you're looking it up in the index, always check the tabular, which the tabular is the back part of the book. So if you're looking up, let's say, abdominal pain, I'm going to find abdominal pain. I'm looking this up in the index, and then I'm going to go to the back of the book. This is the back of the book. It's just electronic. So this is what's called your tabular. Hang on just a second. You can't see the R10, but let's just say I'm looking at R10827. Here is where I would find any additional information. As far as my excludes, excludes 1, excludes 2, if I have to use a 6th or 7th character with the code that I chose, this is where I would find it. See how here for this code, R1084, if you were to stop over here, you wouldn't see that it excludes this codes. And all this means is if you're coding this with this, you need to look at it, see what excludes 1 means. You're not always going to have these two codes paired together in any scenario, but it's just saying if you do, make sure you know what excludes 1 means. So don't get in the habit of just saying, oh, I found the code in my index and I'm good to go. Always check your tabular, which is the back part of the book, and you can look it up it's sorted by alpha. So you'll look up in the R section. We'll have more of these in forthcoming, but let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.